What's up guys, it's Leo here, and in this video I'm going to take a look at the O'Brien GTX Wakeboard Bindings and what it's like after owning them for a year. So there's three main categories which I consider when deciding what makes a good boot, and these three categories are durability, support and comfort. Right off the bat, I'm just going to say that after trying countless different boot brands and boots, I haven't had a single set of boots that has looked this good or held up this well after a year of hard freestyle kiteboarding. So let's get into the video. I'm super impressed with the durability of these wakeboard boots, and I haven't been light on them either. So I've used them 3 months of solid riding in Brazil, 2 months in South Africa, and then the rest of the year hard freestyle kiteboarding up and down the coast of Australia, which is my home country. So yeah, I've put these boots to the test and they've really stood the test of time and they've held up pretty well. As you can see, these GTX bindings are still really well intact, with no loose stitching, frayed materials or any major structural damage, and I've had my fair share of back edges. While I was in Brazil, my mate was using another brand of kite boot and he unfortunately had a lot of issues with his just in the first few weeks of kiting. So his boots just started disintegrating, like the whole upper was disintegrating, and just after a few hard back edges the whole midsole ripped out from the upper and he had to stitch that back together. Yeah, I've had a lot of back edges in these and they seem to hold up pretty well. So the overall support of these GTX bindings I found to be really solid. Boots are quite stiff, which I not only prefer for ankle support, but it also helps lock in a good edge. So they have integrated J-bars, which helps eliminate any heel lift and gives you superior control and helps support the ankle. And these boots also have a 2.5 degree canted chassis, which also helps reduce the stress on your knees on impact of landings. Now, after a year of running these bindings, they have become a little bit less stiff, but they still offer nearly the same amount of ankle support. And I've also found that on all my major back edges, my feet get ripped clean out of the boots, instead of them getting half stuck in the boot and all the stress getting put on my ankle and knees. This could be a coincidence or an intended design, or just the use of more flexy and forgiving materials, but it definitely saved me from a lot of ankle injuries. When it comes to the comfort of these GTX bindings, there's little to knock about them. So they have a gel shock impact dampening pad and a soft upper lining which comfortably hugs your feet. My first week of riding them, the boots did feel a little bit stiff, but they were fairly comfortable still. However, this is as expected. Most boots take about 1 to 2 weeks of riding them before they wear in properly. Once I wore in these bindings, I found them to be really comfortable and they absorbed the landings really well. If I were to knock one thing about the comfort of these bindings, is that after a year of riding them, I noticed that they don't handle hard landings as well. This is due to the sole being compressed over time, which reduces the cushioning. This is something that's inevitable though, and I've had the same issue with all the different boot brands that I've tried over the last few years. They just lose their cushioning, which results in harder landings and impact on your heels. An easy fix would just be to buy a replacement gel sole, or any sole would do the trick. Overall, I'm really impressed with all three categories and the general quality of these bindings after a full year of shredding. So there you have it, that's a bit of an overview of the O'Brien GTX Wakeboard Bindings and what it's like after owning them for a year. So thanks for watching guys, and get shredding.